Some historical events are not battles or treaties, but scandals. Whispers and lies that grow so powerful they can topple a throne. This is the story of the most famous scandal of the 18th century. It is a tale of a diamond necklace so expensive it could bankrupt a king, a con artist of breathtaking audacity, a foolish cardinal, and a queen whose reputation was destroyed by a crime she did not commit. This is the affair of the diamond necklace, the scandal that helped light the fuse of the French Revolution. Our story begins in Paris in the 1780s. France is a kingdom in crisis. The treasury is empty and the people are starving. There is a growing anger towards the monarchy and particularly towards the Queen Marie Antoinette. She was seen as frivolous, foreign, and out of touch. Now, let us introduce the other players. First, Cardinal de Rohan, a member of one of France's most powerful families. He was wealthy and ambitious, but he was in disgrace, deeply out of favor with the Queen. His greatest desire was to win back her approval and return to a position of power. This desperation made him the perfect target. Next, the jewelers, Boehmer and Bassange. They had spent years creating a masterpiece, a magnificent diamond necklace of unparalleled size and value. It contained 647 flawless diamonds, totaling an incredible 2,800 carats. This necklace was originally intended for the previous king's mistress, but he died before it was finished. Now the jewelers were desperate to sell their impossibly expensive creation. Finally, we meet our villain, a woman named Jeanne de la Motte. She was a descendant of French royalty but had grown up in poverty. She was cunning, charismatic, and pathologically ambitious. Jeanne managed to work her way into the fringes of court society. She learned of the cardinal's desperation to win the queen's favor, and she saw her opportunity. She devised a brilliant plan. She befriended the cardinal and soon convinced him that she was a secret, close confidant of Marie Antoinette. It was a complete lie. The queen barely knew who she was. Jeanne began to orchestrate a fake correspondence between the cardinal and the queen. She forged dozens of intimate letters, making the cardinal believe that Marie Antoinette had finally forgiven him. The cardinal was ecstatic. He believed he was now the queen's secret friend and trusted agent. Jeanne de la Motte had him exactly where she wanted him. The trap was set. Now Jeanne introduced the necklace into her scheme. She told the cardinal that the queen desperately wanted the magnificent necklace but could not buy it publicly. She claimed the queen worried it would look bad to spend so much money when the country was in financial crisis. This sounded plausible to the cardinal. Jeanne told him the queen wanted him to act as her secret intermediary. He was to purchase the necklace on her behalf using his own credit, and the queen would pay him back in installments. To the cardinal, this was the ultimate sign of trust, the mission that would restore his place at court. But he still had some doubts. He wanted to hear it from the queen herself. So Jeanne arranged the final master stroke of her con, a secret meeting in the moonlit gardens of the Palace of Versailles. She told the cardinal the queen would meet him there, briefly. For this role, Jeanne hired a local Parisian prostitute who bore a slight resemblance to Marie Antoinette. Dressed in a white gown, she waited in the shadows. The cardinal arrived, his heart pounding. The woman, posing as the queen, handed him a rose and whispered a few words of forgiveness and trust before disappearing into the darkness. The cardinal was completely and utterly fooled. He was now convinced he was acting on the queen's direct orders. The con was complete. He went to the jewelers and signed a contract to purchase the necklace for a staggering sum. He promised the first payment would come from the queen in a few months. He proudly took the diamond necklace, a treasure worthy of a kingdom, and delivered it to Jeanne de la Motte's apartment to be passed on to the queen. Jeanne and her husband took the priceless necklace and immediately got to work. They broke it apart with a knife, prying the hundreds of diamonds from their settings. Her husband then took the loose diamonds to London and began selling them off one by one. The profits were immense. The con had been a spectacular success. Meanwhile, the date for the first payment came and went. The jewelers grew anxious. When they questioned the cardinal, he told them to speak to the queen. Finally, the jewelers went directly to the queen's senior lady-in-waiting. They presented the contract, asking for their payment from the queen. The court was thrown into confusion. The queen was informed, and she was outraged. She declared she had never seen the necklace, never ordered it, and knew nothing of the affair. The entire plot unraveled. King Louis XVI, furious at the insult to his wife's name and the arrogance of the cardinal, ordered arrests to be made. Cardinal de Rohan was arrested publicly in full regalia at the Palace of Versailles. Jeanne de la Motte and her co-conspirators were also captured. A public trial was held. It became the scandal of the century, captivating all of Europe. Jeanne, a brilliant liar, tried to pin the blame on the queen. In the end, the court found the con artists guilty. Jeanne de la Motte was publicly flogged, branded with a V for voleuse, thief, and imprisoned for life. The cardinal was acquitted. But in the court of public opinion, the verdict was very different. The French people, already primed to hate their Austrian-born queen, made their own judgment. They refused to believe that a powerful cardinal could be so foolish. They chose to believe the liar Jeanne. They concluded that Marie Antoinette must have been the secret mastermind. The affair confirmed their worst suspicions about her, that she was deceitful, extravagant, and morally corrupt. It didn't matter that she was innocent. The damage was done. Her reputation was irreparably destroyed. The scandal became a powerful weapon for revolutionary propagandists who used it to stoke hatred against the monarchy. It reinforced the image of a royal family completely out of touch with its starving people. The affair of the diamond necklace became a symbol of the corruption of the old regime. It was one of the final sparks that helped ignite the flames of the French Revolution just a few years later. A revolution that would see both the king and queen lose their heads to the guillotine. It is a stunning example of how a personal grudge and a brilliant con can have massive history-altering consequences. All because of a priceless necklace, a foolish cardinal, a master manipulator, and a queen who was in the wrong place at the wrong time.